and I tried calling the 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 numbers to report the evidence.
All right, let's pause right there. I tried calling the numbers to report the evidence. Remember, he says that, okay?
Called the local police department here in Trump. They said they're not handling the case. Transfer me there because I keep going area of all the detectives, and that wasn't fun. So I hope that you guys are here. Whoever's on the chat, once I show you what I found, please call Placer County Sheriff.
You got all that? Please call Placer County Sheriff. I called Truckee. He said something about being transferred, right? I want to play that part one more time for you because this is you wait till you oh my god, flip a desk, right?
The numbers to report the evidence. Called the local police department here in Trump. They said they're not handling the case. Transfer me there because I keep going.
That's him skipping, by the way, not me. It's he probably had crappy service, but I think that the Placer County Sheriff's Office, if you're gonna be, in true crime and you're out here trying to help, right? You should probably, know who's taking care of the case, who isn't, right? So you heard him say like he transferred me or something. Let me play that part one more time because it breaks up, so it's really hard to understand exactly what he says.
Area of all the detectives, and that wasn't fun. So I hope that you guys are here. Whoever's on the chat, once I show you what I found, please call Placer County Sheriff.
So he's telling us, please call Placer County Sheriff. He never says out of his mouth he spoke with them. He says, I was transferred detectives. That wasn't fun. Okay? Now that kind of struck me as odd. Your girl Easy likes to come with receipts, right? So I started seeing all these little red flags. And I was like, I need to look at this myself. I want to know if this dude called, who he called, how many times he called. Because in the next video, he says that you guys swarmed the lines. And that's the only reason why the police came. And they said that they told me that's the only reason why they came. It's because you guys kept calling. Well, do you want to know something, you guys? Here's the I'm gonna zoom in. I know you can't see this right now. Here's the problem. 3 people called the Placer County Sheriff's Office. Do you want to know who they were? Do you want to know who didn't call? Do you want to know who did not call? This guy right here, Checkit TV, the guy I'm making the video about, he did not talk to the Placer County Sheriff's Office. As a matter of fact, he got on YouTube to get his street cred, and he himself never contacted them. And then he goes on to talk about how they don't care and how, he never called. And if you don't believe me, this is public information. So let me zoom in on this because I want to prove it to you. I want to prove it to you. I don't want to just sit up here and tell you. I want to prove it to you. Now, because this is hard to, let's start. Now, this happened on 9/7, right? I want to show you all of these time frames because I want you to see that I am telling the truth here. Okay? So 9/7. So as you can see here, every blue square has the date and time right here. Okay? You with me? You see that gray highlight on your screen? Those are dates and times, right? And then in the left side over here, it tells you where the location is, right? Do you see that highlighted in gray, right? So just so you know, like, what we're doing here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you to keep an eye out for Prosper Lake, right? So now you know we're in 9-7. Okay, so Prosper Lake, let's see. Let me zoom back out here. And I'm going to leave a link to this after too, so you guys can look yourself, right? Don't believe what I say. Go look for yourself. All right, so location, Prosser. So here's our first indication. You with me? Let me read it to you, okay? Now let me tell you the time too before I read it. So this is on 9/7 at 3:13. This is the very first call, okay? 3:13 p.m. Reports male live on YouTube with channel called Checkit TV is at the lake and says that he found items related to the missing person. He is saying on the video that he called Placer County Sheriff's Office but hasn't received a call back. Now, pause. Hasn't received a call back, he called. That's funny because in these logs, that doesn't seem to be true. Okay, so let's carry on here. Male doesn't show himself on scene, but is possibly white. She can see white feet. Now, she is the woman calling, probably one of his viewers, right? She can see white feet with yellow flippers. He is with an uncolored SUV and kayak, okay? He has a beagle dog with him. So there's the first one, right? That's on page 5, okay? And I've gone through every single one of these 900 times. You can do it yourself, okay? I will link it after. So let's go back down. Now I'm on the next page, right? So hold on one second, you guys. All right, so now we're going to keep another eye out for Prosser, right? So now we're at 5:18 p.m. Okay, you see that over there? I highlighted it. 5:18 p.m. Another location, Prosser. Okay, so this is the second. Okay. Now listen, it says reports. Okay, caller reports male subject live streaming on YouTube from Checkit TV is asking people to call for him. And he says he is on a paddleboard with a camera underwater and says he found items belonging to victim. Okay, and then it goes on to say, grandfather of victim called in regarding found items. He does not know where they're located. And then it goes on to say, a friend of the victim called in and says that she is out with a male subject that found belongings. Okay, so you have the random caller I read to you first, around 3, right? You have the grandfather and you have the friend. Now, he did say that he did contact Kylie's friend and grandfather, whatever, right? But somebody explained to me why he didn't do this himself. And why he went on to be like, you guys flooded the lines. That's the only reason why they came. That's what they told me. That's funny, because the only times in here are from people that are not you. That's weird. You're telling me that you were so excited about finding this, you literally didn't even call? And you called to Truckee One, but they your wax story about how they transferred you and whatever, right? But you didn't talk to anybody, and you want to help this case. So not only do we have a problem here for somebody who potentially could have messed up the chain of custody / evidence for a criminal defense attorney to rip a new one and just forget about the evidence, right?
All right. Okay, so we are live. So I'm gonna just be trying to keep up reading with your guys. I did that. You know, I did take a week off, but just so you guys know, it's one of those things where if you take a little from here, you have to give there and all that stuff. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who called law enforcement, who got them to go there. I was so frustrated. I was very frustrated.
Why were you so frustrated? Because you didn't call? Do you see what I mean, you guys? Look at this lying liarson. Why would you are shady, you sir. You know how shady you have to be to get the shady palm tree going on? Come on, man. Shady alert. Shady palm tree alert. All right, let's go on here.
That I had found some stuff and nobody seemed to care. Nobody cared. I called Placer County Sheriff's Office, the
You called Placer County Sheriff Office? Are you sure about that, bro?
big old loop. I called Placer County Sheriff's Office, big old loop. I called Placer County Sheriff's Office, big old loop with her automated system. Hit this number, hit this number, hit.
Wait a minute. Didn't you say you had to be transferred and all this stuff? So you're telling me you are a grown-ass man and you could not handle the Placer County Sheriff Office automated system? Are you serious? Unreal.
Every single number. And I called Placer County Sheriff's Office, big old loop with her automated system. Hit this number, hit this number, hit every single number. And nothing.
And nothing. That's when I said to myself, wait a minute. He said something different when he went out there. He said something about being transferred and then he changed the subject. Now he's saying, you know, it was too complicated for him to accomplish and nothing happened. So when you say and nothing, do you mean you just hung up and decided, I don't really care because you know what? I just want to tell my subscribers how awesome I am for finding this. So does it really matter? Nah. F you and your automated system. That's not my concern. Telling the police ain't my concern. I'll make one of my little subscribers do it for me because I care so much, right? Unreal, man.
Then I said, you know what? I'm just going to call the local Truckee Police Department. So I did that. I called the Truckee Police Department.
Wait a minute. In the first video, you said you called Truckee first and they told you that Placer County was handling it. Now you're saying it's the other way around. Why is nobody else talking about this? This is weird. You're lying. You didn't call. You did not call. You had your subscribers call. You might have called Truckee. I'm still waiting to find out if he really even did that. So I will get to you on that receipt.
And the lady was very helpful. She said, look, we're not handling the investigation. It belongs to, I believe, Placer County Sheriff's Office. And so I said, we'll transfer you. And I said, no, I don't want to play that game. I said, I've already gone through that system and it's not helping. It's not helping.
You're telling me that the Placer County Sheriff's Office is too complicated for you to handle. You're a lying McLiarson. Yeah, exactly. You're a grown-ass man who could not make it through an automated system. Listen, I know automated systems suck. I hate them. But this is kind of important, right? This ain't just something you just give up on and go, oh well, I'll just go live on YouTube and start touching the laptop. Because, you know, true crime on YouTube. Not all of them. A lot of true crime YouTubers.
So she said, you know what? Let me transfer you. She transferred me. I was able to leave a voicemail to the secretary for all the detectives. Didn't get a call back. Um,
So you made it through the automated system, and all you were able to do was leave a voicemail for the detectives? Heh. You had live evidence in front of your face, and you couldn't make it through to somebody who says, hello, thank you for calling Pleasure County Sheriff's Office. How can I help you today? That didn't happen. And why is his story different on each video? Why is this a problem? This should not be this convoluted and just, it's just disappointing, man. Amber, thank you, Amber, for becoming a member. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Guys, I am getting into the Discord trying to find the Sammy thing, so just bear with me here.
I ran into one of Kylie's friends there, and as I was diving, I come out and I see somebody there, and I go dive again, and I come back out, and I have a hairbrush in my hand, and I'm holding this hairbrush, and I pull it out, and I said, "Do you know?" Before I pulled it out, I said, "Do you know Kylie?" And she said, "Yeah, she's my friend. We were trying to rekindle our relationship. We were really good friends, and you know."
It must not have been Sammy then, because if he didn't know who it was, if he had to ask her, do you know Sammy? I highly doubt. I mean, do you know Kylie? I highly doubt it was Sammy, but who knows?
Like we were starting to become really good friends again because she studied abroad, I believe. And I said, well, and I pulled the hairbrush out, and her face just, her demeanor just changed, and she knew what I was doing at that time. She knew everything I was doing. She knew what I was pulling out, and I said, I've been. I said, this is not the first thing. I said, there's more. And she just looked in shock, and she was like, what else did you find? And so I showed her. I showed her when I went down there initially. I grabbed just what I could see, and I grabbed a handful, and I had glass everywhere from a shattered windshield. I mean, a huge pile of just glass in my hand. And I said, look. And she was in disbelief, and I said, I've been trying to get a hold of people. No one's coming. I said, I don't think anybody cares. And she said, well, I have the,
Nobody cares. Or I'm a grown man who couldn't make it through automated system, and I abandoned the operation and just decided to go live on YouTube and tell thousands of people to call.
she said, I have the detective's direct line. So she went ahead and gave him a call. After a while, she came back. I just kept diving. She made a phone call, and she said they're not coming. They're not coming. They said everyone, it's too late. Everyone's gonna have to wait. Everything is gonna have to wait till tomorrow. It's not in the priority list. And I was just like, they're not coming. They said she came back. I just kept diving. She made a phone call, and she said they're not coming. They're not coming. They said
That's funny, because in the receipt I showed, it says that that's not true either. It says she called. It says, anyways, I'll leave the receipts again for you guys. I don't know where this dude gets all this information. Like, we're not coming. Can you even fathom that? Let's just stop real quick, right? You call the police and say, hey, you know that national news that's been going on. Yeah, well, I just found a piece of evidence, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to pass on that. Are you serious right now?
Everyone, it's too late. Everyone's gonna have to wait. Everything is gonna have to wait till tomorrow. It's not in the priority list. And I was just like, what the fuck? So I called some people who know the family. No one could get a hold of the family. Um, SF investigates from Twitter. Amazing guy. He he was able to get a hold of the family, or try to get a hold of the family. Was able to finally get a hold of the grandpa. The grandpa said, "I'm coming right over." Kylie's grandpa. He came right over as soon as he could. Um, he was on scene. That man has a heart of gold. Kylie was lucky to have a grandpa like him. I can tell you that. He showed up, and at this point, I still hadn't let the young girl know about the laptop. I pulled the laptop out, and I kept diving, pulled the charger out, kept diving. And I don't know.
You don't know, sir. You absolutely don't know. Toaster oven, this is the problem, right? That is going to be the next chapter of this Kiely Rodni story, and it's not fair, right? Maybe this guy was actually there to screw it up. Yeah, I'm sure Ryan Upchurch will say that all day tomorrow or today, whenever. He probably already has this story going, and you know, yeah. See, Nene C says, I'm very empathetic, and I got nothing for this guy. I just don't understand, man. It's like he's making it up along the way, just saying, I know. And again, I want to reiterate, because I don't want to sit up here and be like, come across like evil, like I'm just trying to take this dude down, like, because I do take people down around here. Take them out by the knees, you know what I'm saying? But like this, I kind of feel bad even talking bad about him, because he did find something good, but why lie? Why didn't you call the police? Why did you lie? Why did you change your story? Wait, why? Why are you always lying? You know what I mean? Why are you doing that, bro? I want to play for you the 10 instances in which this dude literally thinks that he makes the rules on YouTube or something too. And to top it all off, it's just weird energy. But yeah. So let me just take this palm tree off the screen. And that he has lied, and that he tried to paint law enforcement in a negative light. And of course, everybody ate it up and believed it, because law enforcement has already failed on a couple different levels. So he damaged their reputation further by acting like they weren't coming and all this other stuff. So like, where you zeroed yourself out, buddy, and then you're gonna threaten your fellow creators with litigation? Like, I don't even like Zav Girl all that much. Zav Girl is another one. She lets Ryan Upchurch talk about all his nonsense, and I think it's stupid. But anyways, he really is angry at her. He claims that she never linked him, never credited him, nothing. And you know what the weird part is about all that? Everybody in his live chat on the video I'm showing you right now was like, yes, she did. Yes, she did. Now, to be fair, I don't know, because I didn't catch it, okay? But everyone in his live chat was like, you're wrong. She did credit you. He ignored all of those comments, and then he found one comment that said, yeah, Zav Girl never credits people. And he read that one aloud and ignored all the rest.
I was frustrated. Actually, surprised that AWP did not stick around after law enforcement left that day. They checked themselves. think AWP is really good at finding cars. I don't think they're very good at finding any other items. I think that they
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But like, didn't AWP used to find items before they started finding cars? Like, isn't that how they got started? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, I could be wrong, but
they did this. I think they did a huge service to this community, and I appreciate them tremendously. They did an amazing, amazing, amazing job. And without them, I would have never found this stuff. But why didn't they look for stuff? Well, they were here to find Kylie, and that's exactly what they did. So I have nothing but good feelings about Adventures with Purpose. If you guys can, please subscribe to their channel. I mean, you don't have to donate any money to them, but subscribe to the very least. If you guys could subscribe to my channel, I know a lot of people keep taking my content, not giving credit. Um, you know, Zov Girl did that. Doesn't give any credit, but I'm going to be pursuing legal action with a lot of YouTubers. And I'm going to be pursuing legal action with a lot of YouTubers. Um, and and you guys will see litigation coming your way. Let's see here. What
good luck with that. Good luck with that. Uh, that's not cool, man. Like, come on. That's not cool. Like, let's say he even did have that right to sue people who use his content or whatever he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Don't threaten people. Because you know what, bro? The people that are sharing your content are bringing you attention. And clearly that's what you want. You're literally shooting yourself in the foot right now by trying to look out for yourself. How do you think people are going to hear about you? People are going to see your clip on this channel. People in my chat, for example, people in my chat right now who ain't never heard of you are going to be like, oh, who is this guy? And they're going to go over there, whether I leave a link or not. Like, you're being kind of like self-centered and it's kind of cringe. Like, just stop. And he does it so many more times. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Who's a friend that was there and who was angry? I think it is there. I think we just haven't found it. Stuff. I think it's all just like, or if I showed you the technique that I did, you would be like, wow, like you're a caveman. But it works. Um, okay, here we go. This is from Irish Rebel. He does not allow people to use his footage. It is on his community page. Yeah, again, I'm going to be pursuing legal action. I can tell you that if you use that content, if you have not given credit, um, I promise you, you will get a cease and desist. Not only that, it's coming.
Sorry, I didn't mute myself. It probably echoed. My bad. Let me play that one little part one more time.
Again, I'm going to be pursuing legal action. I can tell you that if you use that content, if you have not given credit, um, I promise you, you will get a cease and desist. Not only that, it's coming.
So, you promise, right? Did you promise you called police? Because you didn't do that. So, I mean, come on. You're being a little ridiculous. If no, put it this way. You can't do that. You can try as you may. You can spend all your money trying to bring people to court. You're not going to win. Please, if you're going to make threats to people, at least know what you're talking about. I understand what it's like when somebody uses your stuff and doesn't link you. You know, it happens all the time around here. And sometimes people don't even do it on purpose. Like I've talked about other people and showed things and then just forgot to link it. So here's what I'd like to say to him, okay? If he's out there listening, Did you go to Zap Girl? Did you go to these people that you're complaining about and say, hey, would you mind linking my channel? Or are you just sitting here complaining about it? Just like, did you go to the police? Did you call them about the laptop? Or did you just sit there and complain about it? Do you know what I mean? There are courses or steps you should take. You're not doing that right, or the other. It's just kind of weird. You don't be afraid. All creators, don't be afraid to ask somebody like, "Yo, you mind linking me?" Like, because when you report things on YouTube tells you like, okay, you have a problem with this creator. Did you talk to them about it or not? You know, it's okay to ask people, but don't just go stop making threats, because then guess what? People aren't gonna like you, and then nobody's ever gonna link your shit just to piss you off. People do things like that, man. But just ask. If you're not happy with Zap Girl because of whatever, just ask her. But like I said, everybody kept saying she did, and he just ignored all those comments because, for whatever reason. But anyways, all right, let's go on to the next one here.
Let's see here. Your proof one person can make a huge difference. This is from Debbie Robertson. Your proof that. Oh, I don't know. Sorry about that. Oh, I think I'm getting so. I was saying that a lot of other content creators steal content, give no credit, and it affects someone who's just starting off like myself to get enough views because other people take their content. So that's all I was saying. Let's get back to.
Please don't ever be like this. If you're a creator, just don't. You know, in a perfect world, buddy, like we would all just have people just watch from our channels, but it's damn near impossible. And trying to fight the natural order of things around here is just not gonna get you anywhere. It's just gonna make you look petty AF. Okay. And I say that because it's true. And I'm not doing it because I'm trying to hate on you because you didn't call the police when you said you did. Okay. I'm literally just trying to, and people out there he might not know any better. He might really believe what he's saying. He might really think he has copyright control to do these things to people. Who knows? Whatever.
What we're here to discuss. I say, if Kylie's phone is not found, it was most likely ditched somewhere else by the person who pushed the car into the water. Yeah, that's the biggest question. I think we need to find her phone if they haven't all for watching, and hopefully you're a subscriber. That's all I ask. Just subscribe. Uh, let's see here. Gary said, "You're going to lick me." Whatever. Um, so this is from Lauren1246. Soft girl never gets credit. It's truly disgusting. I agree. It's truly disgusting, but I think these people have never faced legal action.
Can you imagine? Now, mind you, in his live chat, it was flooded with yes, she did. Yes, she did. He ignored all those comments and pulled up the one comment that said, Dev Girl never gives credit. Because I don't know. I don't even know if she really did. I don't. I saw her community post where she said, like, I did give you credit. I told people it was from your channel, blah, blah, blah. Like, let me make this clear, too. Like, YouTube says, like, usually, like, oh, make sure you link the person, but, like, you don't have to. Like, you're not going to get in trouble for not. And, sir, if he goes on to talk about how his stuff is copywritten, okay, then here's what I want to say to you, right? If you are copyright registered, then you don't even have to look out for. You don't even have to have people email you and say so and so is using your content like you want, because you should be in the system already. When you're in the system, that means that the strikes will go out for you. That's why when you play a song from the radio, it automatically your channel gets like a freaking copywritten thing. It's because it's in the system already. Like, you don't have that power. You're a YouTube channel. You're not a recording artist. Like, I don't know. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. It's stupid.
Let's see here. Please do not trust authorities. Give any belongs you find their family. That's why I waited. It says, so this is from Shauna Lee. Please don't trust authorities. Give any belongings you find to the family. That's why I waited. And I said, I'm not going to answer your question until the.
Do not trust authorities. Give anything you find to the family or something. If that evidence could crack the case and get justice for Kiely, giving it to somebody else or even having possession of it screws everything up. Please do not take that advice. Please. That is the worst advice. Unbelievable, man.
The grandpa comes. It's not up to me to give him the shit that they missed. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but it's not up to me to give them the stuff they missed. It's up to the family to give them the stuff.
But you were the one that found it. Hold on a second.
It's to me to give him. I'm not going to answer your question until the grandpa comes. It's not up to me to give him the shit that they missed. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but it's not up to me to give them the stuff they missed. It's up to the family to give them the stuff. If he was okay giving it, let him give it. It's not. You're right. It's not. It's not theirs. Brandon said, "AW."
I could just go on and on about that, but it's just stupid. Let me go to the because there's so many more times where he makes these threats.
VP, can you please tell us why you or how you were fooled by people pretending to be the family of Kiely Rodni? There, I'm sure they're going to do a better job. They don't want this behind. Could be so much evidence. You're admirable. So Amy, again, like I said, I recovered everything that I could see with my eyes. Um, is it possible that I left something behind? Maybe, but I know they're going to be there bright and early. So it says orientation is locked. Rotate it back. Let's see here. Doesn't let me do it. Have jacked up the recovery and would have protected the evidence, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're good at what they do. Let's see here. This is from Landery. Laptop probably fell out when it was flipped before they pulled it out. Driver's window busted out when they flipped it. I believe you. I hope you do awesome with your channel. Hey, I hope so too, but it takes a community. So just like I go out there and I'm doing what I'm doing, I hope that you guys are able to send us an email when our content is being used so that we can keep providing that good content to you guys. So mad respect if you guys could please do that.
And another thing too, he had a community post, right, where he said he directed his audience to report channels that use his content. This is why you need to read the terms of service on YouTube, because telling your audience to report somebody can get your own channel taken down. You cannot send people to report people. That's another problem. Like your that community post, I might not have said it in the exact way he wrote it. I'm not trying to quote it word by word, but essentially he was trying to send his audience to report people. Like, you can't do that either. You're the one breaking the rules right now. Yikes.
We'd appreciate it. We're gonna get mods. We're gonna make this channel grow and we're gonna make it better. All right. KD said it was open to the public. Law enforcement did the same thing in Gabby Petito's case and evidence. So I really don't have any other information other than I'm going to let you guys know that I'm going to be releasing more video. Again, our video will be we will aggressively be pursuing any kind of copyright infringement to the fullest extent of the law that it allows us. So legal battles, whatever. All right, allows us. So legal battles, whatever. All right. I,
Cringe. Yeah, who is we? Why is it always a we? It's like a Katie Joy, like we, me and my team members, like we. Bro, you're a guy with a paddleboard. What do you mean we? Like you and your beagle dog? Like, woof. Aggressively, like, okay, I was like, this guy's got it. And like I said, he just, you will aggressively pursue. You haven't even read the terms of service yet. Are you sure about that? Like, come on. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. It's very embarrassing. I feel embarrassed for him. I do.
I found you through soft grow about to will be we will aggressively be pursuing any kind of copyright infringement to the fullest extent of the law that it allows us. So legal battles, whatever.
He wants to release more evidence in an active case. I don't know, man. I think it's like a hairbrush and stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't see. I know that there was a package too, which is kind of like you know, interesting to me. But
All right. I found you through soft that I might fair use allows video. Okay, well, let's let the lawyers decide that. I'm not an expert on copyright law. We'll figure it out. Great job. Um, look, even if I have nothing, I have a lot. I have my family, I have my health, and I have a laptop that we recovered for the family. So I'm okay. I'm okay with that. So, all right, here it says fair use allows video. Okay, well, let's let the lawyers decide that.
you look ignorant AF. Okay, let's let the lawyer decide. Yeah, let's let the other lawyers decide about how valid that evidence you found is once they realize that you didn't even call police, that you lied about how many people did, and you touched it yourself. How about that? That sounds a little bit more serious than you not getting the YouTube street cred you deserve. You know what I mean? All right, one more here.
I'm not an expert on copyright law. We'll figure it out. Great job. To subscribe to today and binge watching your videos. I'm glad you have. Please watch the videos since the beginning. You'll see the entire story. There's some videos of me just being deflated that I might post where it freaked me out. So, yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the chat. I just want to say thank you so much. I will be looking into. I'm looking into 2 other cases. Once I have more info, I'll let you know. But I will be posting more content. All the items retrieved, pictures, and all that. But I'll do it in due time. So please stay tuned. Thank you so much. Have a great night. If you guys can please be respectful of the content that was provided here, please just hit that subscribe button to Checkit TV. Be respectful of the content that's being provided. I work I work really hard, boots on the ground, like some of you guys have used it. And somebody said fair use act. Um, I'm not an expert on any copyright stuff, but I know who is, and I know the right people. So let's let.
I'm not an expert, and you guys are telling me I'm wrong, but I know people who are experts. Yeah. All right. Well, those people that are experts that you know need to tell you something because nobody is. I tried in your comments. I hope you get the message. You know, if you don't believe me, go read terms of service, fair use, whatever.